Bjorn Lomborg is director of the Copenhagen Consensus Centre. He joins us from Malmö in Sweden. Thank you very much for joining us on Al Jazeera. So we're about to see a treaty being signed which is going to target climate change. Do you support it?
Well, look, climate change is a real problem and we need to fix it, but we also need to not just engage in wishful thinking. The Paris Treaty that we're about to sign will have almost no effect. So even if we do everything we promise, if you look at the UN Climate Panel and the UNFCCC, the ones that are actually organizing the climate treaty, they estimate that the total benefit will be about 1% of what we need to cut. So almost nothing. And remember, the cost is going to be somewhere between $1 and $2 trillion. So no, this treaty is unfortunately an incredibly expensive way of doing almost no good. So we should do better.
And why will it be so ineffective, do you think?
Well, fundamentally because cheap, accessible energy is what really drives poverty reduction. That's probably what this man in Bangladesh and many, many others need to get more access to energy. And that's why, unless we find much cheaper ways of doing that in a green way, we're not going to manage to cut carbon emissions. We're going to see, just like China did, huge increases in CO2, but also lifting lots and lots of people out of poverty. And of course, that's what most people want. So we need to invest a lot more in research and development into green energy, not subsidizing current inefficient technology, but making sure that future green technologies become so cheap everyone will want them.
Okay, how do you convince governments to do that?
Well, we actually did back in Paris. There were two different things. The Bill Gates initiative, which Obama and pretty much all other countries embraced, was to dramatically increase investment in green energy and research and development. They went from about $10 billion to $20 billion. We should go to $100 billion. That's a much, much better way to solve global warming. Unfortunately, that's not very sexy. That's why we're spending about $200 billion a year subsidizing inefficient green technology. It puts solar panels on our roofs that make us feel good, but it actually has a very, very small benefit. So more of research and development, less of the feel-good but the ineffective technologies. That's what we need.
Okay, Bjorn Lomborg, thank you very much. Just to let you know that that ceremony in New York is due to start in a couple of hours' time, and we'll certainly be there for that.